It's on already for that.
How y'all doing, family? We waiting on you, Instagram to load up. How y'all doing, YouTube? There we go. We live. We live. We live. How y'all doing, family? YouTube family, how y'all doing? I'm gonna be posting more on YouTube, so I hope that you all continue to go live with me. Tonight's topic is you can heal yourself. How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, beautiful people? We talking empowerment tonight. We talking health. We talking wealth. We talking how powerful God created you to be. We ain't talking healthcare. We ain't talking hospital. Forget the hospital today. Forget the hospital today. We ain't talking hospital. We ain't talking healthcare. We talking the magical body that God created. Your body can heal itself. Did you know that? Did you know your body can heal itself? That's what we're talking about tonight. So before we get started, please, where you all joining from? Where you all tapping in from? Where you all joining us from? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I feel blessed. I feel blessed. We teaching tonight. We are teaching tonight. If you know anybody with any type of disease in their family, you know any type of inflammation going on, mental health illness is big in our community, right? So we got DC, we got New Orleans, we got Maryland, we got California, we got Miami, we got New York. We got a wide array of people from around the country, right? Ms. Dawn said, I'm healed. I don't know whether she's healing or she has pancreatic cancer. Sunny San Diego, first time on my live. I love you all. I appreciate you all. So look, to anybody whose first time it is on my live, I'm the Moorish chef, right? I have a bachelor's degree of nursing. I've been plant-based since I was 14 years old. I'm a private chef for professional athletes. And I'm also a 3-time war veteran who's traveled the world and experienced food through different cultures, right? And as I traveled the world, whether it's through war, through life, or through just different experiences, I realized that a lot of healthcare systems aren't set up like America, right? A lot of healthcare systems are not set up like the American healthcare system. So having a bachelor's degree of nursing, I was actually picked up to be one of the CVICU nurses at one of the top hospitals in Atlanta. But I know cardiovascular intensive care or the cardiovascular system is something that's big in our communities. How many people on here know somebody on blood pressure medicine or on diabetes medication or on fluid medication to get fluid off their bodies, right? We all know somebody on these type of medications, but I realized a lot of times we can heal ourselves. We can heal ourselves. We just don't know how. So if this is your first time on my live, right? You may not know I got hit by a drunk driver. You all know I got hit by a drunk driver, flipped my car 6 times. I flipped my car 6 times, right? I got 6 herniated discs. To this day, I got a torn rotator cuff. I got a severed labrum. I had a traumatic brain injury. I got scarring on my brain stem, right? I got several pinched nerves. I have muscle spasms. I got hit by a drunk driver, flipped my car 6 times going the wrong way on the highway. We were both doing about 65 miles per hour. Do you all know anybody else who's been hit head on going 65 miles per hour, flipped their car 6 times? and still walking, talking, chilling, right? So I want to tell you all a story before we get started. But before I tell the story, I want to ask you all a question. If this is your first time on my live, I want you all to be interactive. I want you all to flow with me, vibe with me, talk with me, right? What is the most sophisticated? Y'all know I'm a global being, right? We just talked about, I've been around the world. Right now it's 2024. We got AI. I just seen some robots putting together a house, right? In 2024, what would we say is the most sophisticated technology in the world right now? In 2024, what would you all say is some of the most sophisticated technology that you all are seeing in the world right now? YouTube, how y'all doing? Please comment, I can see them. Somebody, the question was, if you just joined in, what is some of the most sophisticated technology that we're seeing in the world right now? Somebody says AI, right? Another person said AI. Another person said AI, right? So right now we're getting a lot of AI comments. What is the most sophisticated technology in the world right now? A lot of people are saying AI, artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence. Some people are saying drones. Who is programming the AI? We just seen where the AI said black men are insufficient fathers. Black women are unable to have high quality births. This is what AI is saying, right? Somebody says the phone. The phone. The phone. I'm communicating with you all in different countries right now through the phone, right? A lot of the research that I do, yes. A lot of research I do is in books, right? I research a lot in books. But a lot of research is done through the phone, right? Oh, cell regeneration. That's the first key right now. This is the first thing I want you all to understand. This is key number one. And this is what the government's not going to teach you. This is what the system is not going to teach you. This is what the doctor is not going to teach you. Hopefully, if you come from a place in a home of love, this is what your mother taught you, right? You possess the most sophisticated technology there is in this world. You that's watching this. You that's watching this. You that's watching this. You that's watching this. Say it with me. I possess the most sophisticated technology in this universe. Say it with me. I possess the most sophisticated technology in this universe. Stop giving it to fucking artificial intelligence when a man created that. God created you, right? It took 6,500 dedicated hours to create a being worthy of coming into this realm. Somebody put that in the chat. 6,500 dedicated hours it took to create you. And you saying AI is the most sophisticated thing? We saying robots is the most sophisticated thing? There lies our problem. We're giving so much of our abilities to somebody else, right? There lies the first problem. Your body can heal itself. We about to get there, right? We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. So your body can heal itself, right? But how do we get the body to heal itself, right? How do you get the body to heal itself? We get the body to heal itself first. Somebody said it, Mr. Nasir. You got to have the noble mindset. You have to first believe that you are the most sophisticated technology. And once you do that, you will start to understand and believe what's possible. I just told you all, I got hit by a drunk driver and flipped my car 6 times, right? I got hit by a drunk driver and flipped my car 6 times. Let's put the number 6 in the comments because I don't think y'all understand how powerful that is. I don't think y'all understand how powerful that is. I got hit by a drunk driver. Brew, 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 brew. Flipped my car, right? The doctors told me I had trauma-induced scoliosis, right? Because I had my seatbelt on and flipped so many times, my body was jugging, jagging, percolating, dancing, whatever you want to call it, right? My spine, it stayed intact, but it was now shaped like an S, right? The doctors told me I needed 2 surgeries. They gave me over 30 medications. My mama said, baby, you're a little stressed these days. You don't want to go have surgery? My wife said, babe, I'm seeing you in a lot of pain these days. You ain't really considering the surgery? All my medical friends say, yo, the surgery is where it's at. We can have you in and out in about 2-3 days. Take about 6 months to get you back right, but after that, you'll be back right. I said, forget all y'all. My mama, the doctors, my wife, respectfully. Because nobody understood what I understood about the body. Not many people believe what I believe about the body. I started this journey when I was 14 years old. Over 27 years ago, I started learning and teaching about cellular health. I've healed numerous of people, numerous families, by just getting them to understand their mind is their most powerful possession, right? But I was able to heal myself because I believed I could, right? When I'm going into the hospital for this surgery, that's stress. When they give me these medications that I don't know what's going to do to my body, that's stress. When they put me under these machines, these CT scans, these MRI machines, and I don't know what they're doing to my insides, the magnetic radiation imaging, right? I don't know what it's doing to me. That's stress, right? All this stuff is causing stress, and we know we got 2 different types of nervous systems. We got the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. If you got stress going on in your life, whether it's financial stress, emotional stress, physical stress, now your body is in a state of stress, and when your body is in a state of stress, who knows about fight or flight syndrome? Peace and love, family. Does anybody know about fight or flight syndrome? And I'm going to teach you how you can start healing your family tonight. I'm going to start teaching you how you can heal your body tonight. Just stay with me for a couple minutes. I want to make sure it all makes sense, right? A lot of people, this is their first time in my life. They don't know who I am. They don't know why I'm talking about cellular health. What is cellular health? The cellular health is the overall health and wellness of your cells. You have 35 trillion cells that make up your body. Each cell has 100 minerals and vitamins that it needs for that factory to be fully operational. I teach people how to get the 100 minerals and vitamins on a daily basis so their body could be fully resourced to do what it's supposed to do. If Amazon didn't have its resources, it wouldn't be able to go where it needs to go. Our bodies are more sophisticated than Amazon, but we don't have the resources. Somebody said, how do you heal your mind? My memory is terrible. We're going to talk about a few steps, right? But the first thing we got to know about is the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, right? One of them is fight or flight. One of them is rest and restoration. We have fight or flight, and we have rest and restoration. Most of the people on this live, Gemstone Dripping, shout out, family. Most of the people on this live I see as melanated people, right? Most of the people following me or on this YouTube live is probably melanated people, right? How many of you all read? We got some readers in here? How many activists do we got in the room who's active in the community trying to create change? Who's ever heard of James Baldwin? Has anybody heard of James Baldwin? Has anybody ever heard of James Baldwin? I want to see if we got some readers or some activists in the house. Who's heard of James Baldwin? We got a lot of yeses. Okay. James Baldwin got a famous quote, right? James Baldwin got a famous quote that says, what does the quote say? It says something about to be Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a constant state of rage, right? To be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a constant state of rage. This is what one of the elders said 30, 40 years ago, right? 20, 30 years ago, right? Think about that. And I want to show you how this pertains to our healing, because some people are like, yo, why is he talking about James Baldwin when we're talking about cellular health and healing the body? He was just on mental. Now he's talking about James Baldwin, right? But watch how it's going to make sense. And I'm going to teach you about health versus healthcare. And I want us to stay out of the healthcare system because the system is rigged. The system is rigged for us melanated people to fail. The healthcare system is rigged for us melanated people to fail. And I'm not saying, and please, if somebody editing this, please put out the whole thing. I'm not saying that healthcare does not have its place. I'm not saying the hospital does not have its place. I'm saying the healthcare system is rigged, right? Healthcare has its place. It's so many technological advances and stuff going on. But we just said we've heard of James Baldwin. We've heard of his famous quote that says to be a Negro in this country and relatively conscious to be in a constant state of rage. We just learned about the fight or flight syndrome, right? If your body's in fight or flight, it's not in rest or restoration. So if James Baldwin told us 30 years ago to be melanated and somewhat conscious, we're in a constant state of rage. We're in a constant state of survival mode. Guess what your body can't do when you're in survival mode? A lot of us dealing with high blood pressure. A lot of us dealing with autoimmune disorders. A lot of us dealing with mental cloudiness. But how do we get rid of that, right? How do we start letting our body, right? How do we start letting our body heal itself? First thing we have to do is believe. How many of you all believe that the body can heal itself? We just learned, not AI, not robots, not the iPhone, but the body, which took 6,500 dedicated hours, created with 10 systems, 35 trillion cells, with a wiring system that could go from here to California and back. That's the most sophisticated system, right? So now we know that you, the human, is the most sophisticated, or is made up of, or created by the most sophisticated system. And now we can start to believe that the system that we know is the most sophisticated can heal itself, right? Whether it's Socrates over 3,000 years ago, whether it's some of the stuff in the Bible, whether it's Dr. Sebi 10, 15 years ago, right? We've been taught that we could get rid of AIDS. We could repair certain tissues in our body. But we first have to start believing, because your mind is your most powerful. Your mind is your most powerful organ. It consumes the most energy of any organ in your body. We know our skin is our largest organ, right? But your brain consumes 22% of the energy of your body. If you're eating dead and destructive foods, how are you healing your heart if your brain is using most of your food and you're thinking properly? Somebody just said earlier, I can't think clearly. Maybe because your heart is properly functioning, but your brain isn't, because you don't have the resources to heal. You're not in an environment to where you could reduce the stress, to where you can start releasing healthy hormones, right? The adrenal glands is where a lot of our hormones come from, right? We know the adrenal glands is where a lot of our hormones come from, right? But what happens if you're stressed about surgery, 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 surgery? You keep hearing the word surgery, 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 surgery. You keep hearing the doctor say surgery, 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 surgery. Just the word right there just gives me chills. Thinks about all our ancestors who went through certain surgical procedures without medication. All the black women who died in the hospital going through just simple birthing procedures, right? So when I think of surgery, it gives me stress. So what I do is tell myself, my body can heal itself. My body can heal itself. And then I meditate on that, right? When you tell your body it can heal itself and you meditate on that, you create positive endorphins for your body to start healing itself. We have to speak the healing into existence. We have to take power back of our healing, right? You know, one of the most I don't even want to go there, right? I don't even want to go there. I feel our people are violated when they volunteer for certain medical procedures they don't need. I won't be disrespectful and I won't name any, right? But it's so many procedures that our people voluntarily go get that we don't need. But if you think that you can't lose weight, you don't eat the food to lose weight, you don't put yourself around people who are providing the environment for you to lose weight, and then you start thinking surgery heals, and you go into that mindset, you're never gonna lose weight, right? For me, I got 6 herniated discs, trauma-induced scoliosis. Most of y'all see me out running around. I could probably do more. Anybody right now, we could go live and I'll probably do more push-ups than you. I'll ship you a bottle of Seamoss if you could beat me on push-ups, right? But I healed my body by thinking my body can heal itself. I started meditating on that. What comes after the thought and the meditation? The research. Your body can heal itself, right? But do you know what your body is made up of? Who knows the 100 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body? Can anybody name, not even the 100, it is about 100 minerals and vitamins, but how many herbalists, how many nurses, how many doctors in here can name over 50 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body? YouTube, can y'all name over 50 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body? I'm gonna do a class about that. I'm gonna do a class about the 50 minerals and vitamins. And it's over 50, right? But can anybody name the 50 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body? This is why you can't heal your body, because you don't know how. Do y'all see, are y'all making a correlation to why our people are sick? Are you all making the correlation to why we sick and can't heal? We mentally don't think we can. We go into a system that doesn't respect us. They practice on us. And then we don't do the research. And then we got our friends and family telling us, oh yeah, go to that system, go to that system. We ain't learning together. I'm here to learn with you. I'm here to tell you about my story, my journey. I'm here to tell you about it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough, it's gonna be mentally taxing. But if you put the right resources in your body, you wake up in the morning right now. Y'all wonder, what is he drinking? What is this, right? What is he drinking? This is dragon fruit water with some parsley, right? Anytime I get a chance, when applicable, I'm trying to put minerals and vitamins in my water. I'm eating fruit all throughout the day. I'm incorporating mushrooms in my diet now because of my brain health. Mushrooms mimic the brain, right? So if I want to think better thoughts, I need to think the new pathways into existence. I need to meditate on those thoughts. I need to put the resources to actually make the synaptic connections, right? To rebuild the road, all right? And then we're going to start creating. You're going to start creating. You're going to think you can. You're going to meditate on it. You're going to do some research. And then we're going to start creating. You got a messed up back. They telling you you need surgery. Before you go sign those papers for surgery, if you haven't asked yourself, what are 5 things I can naturally do to reduce back pain, right? The first thing is going to be stretching. The second thing is probably going to be decompression movements. The third thing is probably eating anti-inflammatory foods. The fourth thing is probably doing something for nerve pain, whether it's muscle stimulation, whether it's cupping, right? And the fifth thing, which is probably should have been the first thing, is to believe your body can heal itself. This is all the stuff you should do before you just sit down and be like, yeah, I'm fucking about to go have surgery, bro. Doctor said I'm fucked up. So I'm just going, you know what I'm saying, ride that shit out till I get surgery. What? You're not going to try to do nothing to actually correct it before you get there? You got to love yourself, family. You got to believe that God created you with much power, enough wisdom, and he coded, she coded, whether you believe your God is patriarch or matriarch. My God is a black woman, right? No matter what you believe, because we all believe different, you have to believe that God, your God, when created you, those 6,500 dedicated hours, encoded you with all the resources that you need to reprogram your body. But a lot of us are eating processed foods, synthetic foods, genetically modified foods that are recoding your genetic DNA, right? Deoxyniclo, I can't even think of the word right now, but you know what I mean, your DNA structures, right? So you eating all these genetically modified organs, these fake foods, so now your body doesn't even believe it can heal itself because you're not telling it how to heal. Your body can heal itself, family. And I don't want to go too far into mindset, but that's where it starts, right? But then once you get the mindset, you got to believe that you can. You got to believe that the human is the most sophisticated technology in the world. You have to start surrounding yourself with people who tell, yes, baby, you could lose that weight. Yes, baby, you could get rid of that nerve pain. Yes, baby, you could get rid of that anxiety and depression you're dealing with. And I'm going to help you. Anybody on this live who needs help, I do one-on-one consultations. If you listening to me speak and say, I need some one-on-one time with that brother, I do one-on-one consultations and you can just get on my calendar. We could do question answers where you could just pick my brain, or we could do full health consultations where I send you a follow-up before we do a little intro beforehand so I can get some homework for me to study before the call, and then I give you a follow-up after the call. I'm really in the community trying to help us, but it has to start with us understanding that system is not for us. It's a system. You got to believe in you, right? So I'm going to tell y'all a couple things. How many people have heard of the word homeostasis? Who's heard of the word homeostasis? And I know for many it's an everyday term. If you're in healthcare, it's an everyday term. But the average person has never heard of homeostasis. Have you heard of homeostasis? All right, so we got a lot of people who saying they heard of homeostasis. And look, if you all follow this live, I go live every Monday for cooking class. Every Monday, somebody say, I heard it, but I have no idea what it is. Miss Deluxe Hair Source, I'm here for you, sweetheart. I'm here for you, friend. I'm here for you, sister. I'm here for you, cousin, because tonight we're going to bless you with the information, because if you need to know it, somebody else need to know it, they were just scared to say it, right? She said, I have no idea what it is, but I'm here for you because I'm your friend. So listen, every Monday, we go live for cooking class. Every Thursday, we're going to have these conversations, right? So a lot of people said they heard of homeostasis. Homeostasis is the ability for the body to correct itself, the ability for the body to self-regulate, the ability for the body to correct some of the things that's going wrong. If you have a fever and your temperature is going up to 102, how do you get it back down? Granny said, oh, you got to break the fever, right? That's the body self-regulating itself, right? Every Monday, it's 8:30. Every Thursday, it's 8:30. I may be a couple minutes late because we got my son going to practice and I take him to practice, right? But homeostasis is the body's ability to self-regulate itself. How many people know the natural pH of the body? The natural pH of the body. Does anybody know the natural pH of the body? I want to see who knows this. The natural pH of the body, right? They say the acid or acidic foods or acidic environment create the mucus or allows the diseases to flourish, right? Acidic environments allow diseases to flourish. But what is the natural pH of the body? We need to know this. This is how we heal our families. I get frustrated. If anybody know me, I talk with passion, but I love you. I talk with passion, but I love you. And I get passionate because I love this topic. I love healing our families, but we're going to do it natural as possible. We're going to do it as natural as possible. Yes, the hospital have its place, right? We want to be more alkaline than acidic, but what does that mean? You don't even know the average pH of your body, right? So look, so if we want to be more alkaline than acidic, is your stomach supposed to be acidic or is your stomach supposed to be alkaline? That's a trick question. Is your stomach supposed to be acidic or is your stomach supposed to be alkaline? That's a question. Let's answer that. Because outside of your brain, which you're going to need to heal yourself, your stomach, your gut is your second brain, right? So with these two brains and with your community and with my Cellular Health book, how many people in here got my book? How many people got my book? Everything that I go over on Thursday's classes is in this book. Please get this book. Please go get my book in my website, right? Somebody said it's too hard to buy organic food because we don't know what's real. We're not talking about organic right now. We're talking about cellular. We're talking about the minerals and vitamins, right? Don't we need to consume acid in order for... All right, so look, boom. That's what I'm talking about. So your gut is naturally acidic. Your gut is supposed to be around a 6.4, 6.8, right? Your gut is supposed to be acidic. But your blood, right, which makes up most of the interstitial fluid and most of the fluid of your body carrying oxygen, heme, minerals, and vitamins, is alkaline. Your blood is a little over a 7, right? 7.2, 7.3. So how can you have a gut that's in a 6 in a blood that's in a 7? Because God created you as sophisticated as any technology in this world. You just have to believe it. Following me, you're going to believe in your cells. You're going to believe in your ability to heal yourself. Right? I just need you to have the mindset that we can heal. You got to start understanding what I put in my body matters. What I think matters. Who I surround myself with matters. Right? But your gut is acidic. That's homeostasis. Your body self-regulates itself, right? What happens if you drink, anybody here ever made my beet lemonade recipe? Has anybody in here made my beet lemonade recipe for blood pressure, for circulation? Has anybody made my beet lemonade recipe? It's in my book. If you need the recipe, it's in my book, right? please go get my book. It's so many viable keys in my book, right? So listen. So inside this book, we talk about it. We talk about it, right? You got your brain, which you got to think. You got your gut, which is your second brain. You got your homeostatic environment, which changes so often. So your body is self-regulating, right? And then your body can remove certain things that's not needed, right? If you made my beet lemonade recipe and you drank it because it was so fire, you probably had some red pee, right? You may have been peeing red, or you may have been pooping red. Anybody ever took some medication? I don't teach medication. But anybody ever ate something? Watermelon sometimes have it. You come out with your poop being red. If you eat beets, your pee come out red. That's your body's ability to excrete certain things and self-regulate, right? With this going on and with this happening, you got to understand how powerful your body is, right? Yes, red pee. It's called beeturia. Look it up. It's called beeturia, right? So with your body actually being coded the way it is, can deal with homeostasis and self-regulate, can get rid of excess minerals and vitamins, how many people believe that the body can recode their DNA or recode the genes or recode the cells, right? Ms. Lachelle, I appreciate you. How many of you, if you got the book, you know. If you got my book, you know. But how many of you all now that we've taught that you are the most sophisticated technology? You have to value your inner self by thinking that it's possible. You got to meditate and start creating. We learned through conversation today that our body self-regulates itself through homeostasis. It took 6,500 dedicated hours for you to come into this realm. So you're worthy of actually healing and repairing yourself. Through those 6,500 dedicated hours, you were encoded with certain resources, certain knowledge, in certain ways to repair yourself. But the standard American diet, which is sad, so look, we know the body can repair cells, right? So what does that mean? If you drink something hot, what happens? What happens if you drink something hot, Ms. D? I'm about to bring it all home. I'm going to ask a couple questions and we're going to get off, right? What happens if you drink something hot and burn your tongue? What happens? And I want y'all to see, yes, this is a harder concept to fully grasp. That's why I do one-on-one consultations, right? But I do these lives for the mass, for us to get the basic concept. If you could get the basic concept, you could go start articulating the concept with your family, having conversations. Y'all can start healing together, and then we could come back and we could start healing as a mass community, right? But I need us to hone in on the basics, but a lot of us didn't even know that our bodies are the most sophisticated technology. We said AI when we first started this live. When I first started the live, I asked, what was the most sophisticated technology? And most people said AI, robots, the phone. Nobody said the human body. But the question was, if you drink something hot and you burn your tongue, what happens? If you drink something hot and burn your tongue, what happens? Anybody here with me? We still here? If you drink something hot and burn your tongue, right? You burn the taste buds off your numb. Somebody said you can't taste. Somebody said it's numb. Somebody said it tingles for a few days, right? How many people ever drank something hot and burnt their tongue? For about 2 days, you can't taste nothing. You can't feel nothing, right? But then a week later, you back popping again. A week later, you could taste again. How is that? How many people, how many kids, or how many men as children, right? Got their dad's clippers and accidentally cut their head and didn't want to go to school. So their dad shaved their whole head off. But about a week or two later, they was back popping again, right? How many people then got, not me, but then got shot, had part of their insides blown out? How many women then had cesarean sections, lines cut out of them? This happened in the hospital, cut out of them. And some women volunteer to go get this cut. Back to us volunteering our health to other people, right? But the body heals itself. If we understand the body can heal itself, if we understand holistic health, mental, physical, social, right? All these things matter. We just said, when your body is in fight, flight, or flight syndrome, right? She said, I worked in healthcare field for 25 years and don't know anything about my own body. That's why I teach cellular health. That exactly right there why I teach cellular health. I didn't want to be the dude in the hospital saying, yeah, I got a nice career. I don't care about the career. My wife can whoop my ass. I don't care about the money, right? In my heart, I care about how many fucking lives I saved. I care about how many families I changed. I care about how many people I got from going in that direction to going this direction to healing themselves and their family generational by changing the way they eat and thinking about themselves. That's what matters to me. But we can't do it if we don't take the basics. You're a cellular being. You got 35 trillion cells, 100 minerals and vitamins that make up you. You got about 80 organs. You got about 10 different systems. Let's start learning those. Let's start learning, if I got inflammation, what are some of the herbs you take? What are some of the foods you eat, right? You start talking to your friends. We could talk about Drake and Cole beef all day. I could have an hour conversation with my homies about Drake and Cole right now. Who's the better lyricist? Who got the best bars? Who got the best? It's the NBA playoffs. We could talk about the playoffs all day. But can't nobody talk about the human body and we all humans? Nah. If you around me, we talking about the body, right? If you around me, we gonna start talking about how the body can heal itself. I'm a walking testimony. The doctors told me I needed surgery just to walk again. Y'all see me? Y'all see me? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little swag, you know what I'm saying? I don't need no surgery. I need to believe in myself. I need to take out the foods that's gonna poison my cellular structure. I need to eat the genetic foods or the ancient foods or the ancient grains or the ancient berries that's not seedless, genetically modified, that can help me recode and bring back that ancient DNA in my body that's triggering my body to heal itself. We can't eat death and destructive foods and wonder why my body ain't healing. We can't eat death and destructive foods and wonder why my body ain't healing. Your body can heal itself, right? But it starts with understanding the 100 minerals and vitamins your body needs. I don't care whether and not saying you can regrow a limb, right? I'm not saying you can regrow a limb, but you can restructure your brain. You could go from being the most depressed person in the world to the happiest person tomorrow. And once you start doing that, I guarantee your whole universe will change. Because a lot of us are in our own heads. We're thinking the disease in our body. A lot of us are thinking the disease in our body. Not after today. Not after today. Your body can heal itself. You can get off that medication. Not saying I want you to abruptly stop medication. Not saying I want you to stop going to your therapist tomorrow. But what I'm saying is, no matter what you're doing, you have to start thinking that your body has the ability to do whatever whatever you want it to do. You want to get off medication? You can, right? I had a torn rotator cuff surgery. Now they're telling me I need surgery on my neck and both knees replaced, and I don't want to do it. I got a torn rotator cuff and a severed labrum right now. I got a torn rotator cuff and a severed labrum. I have no muscles holding my shoulder together, right? Some days my wife come and push right here just because she know how much it feel good. This is a part of my community uplifting my natural holistic journey, right? And yes, I got a torn rotator cuff and I could do about 50 push-ups. I got a torn rotator cuff and I could do about 50 push-ups straight. I've never taken no surgery. I don't do any injections. I do acupuncture. I do cryotherapy. I do decompression, right? It's so many things that we can do to naturally heal our body, but your body's not going to naturally heal itself or rejuvenate itself, right? If you don't put the foods in it to help it remember its ancient code. When you were birthed in this world, just like women come into this world with all the eggs they need for their lifetime, right? We know that, right? My 11-year-old son reminded me of that the other day. He said, yo, mommy got all the eggs that she needs for her lifetime because you taught me that when I was 3. We come into this world with everything we need, but a lot of us give it away. Whether it's mentally, you give the power to the doctor. You give the power to the nurse. You don't even know what's going on with your own body. That's why I start these calls. Every Thursday, we going live. Every Monday, it's cooking class. Mondays, I don't just talk, I show you how to do it. Somebody just asked, what about sound therapy, right? So that's another form of therapy. Helps change the vibrational energy. And look, because somebody asked about sound therapy, right? Vibrational energy, right? One of the first forms of therapy, right? Or the first form of medicine was a string. They would tie a string to your foot and they had something at the top of your head and they would take the string from your foot to your head and they would string these strings to move the phlegm, to move the mucus, to move the blood through your body, right? So when a lot of people say, yo, that music don't matter, what I listen to don't matter, yes, it does. Everything you put into your body matters, down to your relationships. We are a community. We're going to call ourselves the Cell Health fam. We talking about cellular health. We're getting away from the healthcare system, and we're teaching health and wellness within our communities. It starts with the Cellular Health 101 guide. If you don't have this guide, go get it. If you can't get the actual book right now, my wife made the ebook $10. So for $10, anybody on this live can start learning to change. $10, right? We got 101 consultations where if you need to know how to take it one step further, where do I go from there? But I'm telling you, before you book the 101 consultation, if you read the Cellular Health 101 manual, it's the key to everything you need. Does anybody in here have the Cellular Health 101 guide? Does anybody in here have my Cellular Health 101 guide? So we could talk about it. Does anybody in here have any questions, right? The points I wanted to go over tonight, I healed myself because I thought I could. I healed myself because I thought I could. They told me I needed 2 surgeries just to walk again. I told them, F them and their surgery. I ain't doing none of them, right? You got to start settling in your body and in your environment. Because long as your body and your environment is in chaos, your body and your mind is going to be in fight or flight, and your body can't heal. When your sympathetic nervous system is activated, your body can't heal. If you're in a stressful environment, if you're in a stressful relationship, if you have stressful symptoms going on and you're not around positive people, right? White coat syndrome shows us every day. Just going in the hospital, your blood pressure can go up. That's fight or flight syndrome. Your body cannot heal in that syndrome, in that spectrum, right? So you gotta relax. You gotta meditate. You gotta do yoga. You gotta do sound healing, right? You gotta tell somebody you love them. I love you. YouTube, I love you. I'm your brother. I'm here to help you, right? That's how we get through this. Because I said earlier, James Baldwin says to be conscious in America and melanated, concentrated rage. Rage equals fight or flight. Fight or flight mean endorphins, negative endorphins. We see we can't heal in this community, in this country, right? So we got to take it one step at a time, learn the basics, and know you are the most sophisticated technology that the world has ever had. You are the most sophisticated technology that this world has ever had. But you have to believe it. All right? I don't see any questions. Y'all got no questions for me tonight? Y'all don't got any questions for me tonight? Our healthcare system is too arrogant. Some of us are too arrogant. We voluntarily go into the healthcare system before we learn our own bodies. That's disrespect to your own body, by the way. How you doing, Mama Bear? I was about to go off, but Mama Bear just came in here. How you doing, Mama Bear? Some of y'all disrespect your own bodies. You voluntarily give the rights of your body over to healthcare. As melanated people, that's the first thing we want to do, right? What's the first step in healing? Mindset. The first step in healing is mindset. We talked about that. You got to know that your body can heal itself. A lot of us don't think our bodies can heal itself. A lot of us don't know that we are the most sophisticated technology that this world has ever seen. Once you start understanding that and understand the powers that you hold, you start to understand that just by thinking, you could create new nerve pathways in your brain. Just by thinking, you could create new nerve pathways in your brain, right? Once you start creating those new nerve pathways, then you start being intentional. You start being intentional about what you think, what you eat, and who you surround yourself with. Once you start to surround yourself with the right people, then you start working as a team. Yo, hey, Mr. Mark, what you got going on? Hey, Los, what you got going on? Oh, we both got inflammation? I was doing this for inflammation. Did you get that surgery? Hell no, I didn't get that surgery. What? You can heal your body? Hell yeah, you can too. Let's go. And then we start doing that. And then you get my book, right? And then we start going through the different chapters. Chapter 4 of my book is community. Chapter 3 of my book is mindset. Chapter 1 of my book is understanding your cells. So we talk all the way through the 7 steps to understanding and changing your health. And I give you about 20 keys to do it. And I give you about a dozen recipes to help you, right? So it's all about understanding that you got to love yourself. Your body can heal itself, but we have to understand. You don't have to be on that medication. You don't have to deal with that pain. Your baby don't got to be on no ADHD medication. Your baby is not dealing with autism, right? But do y'all, dementia. I seen it, and I'm not being disrespectful because I don't know who you are, Miss Felicia. But she said my dad had dementia and colorectal cancer, right? I watched a study the other day on dementia. And I talked about it earlier. The brain. The brain consumes 22% of the energy of our bodies. The brain uses the most energy of any organ in our body, right? The brain. But a lot of us eat dead and destructive foods over 30, 40 years. If you got a car right now, we both got the same car. We both got a 2025 Maxima, right? You got a Maxima, I got a Maxima. We drive it off the car the same day. You maintain your Maxima. You take it to the dealership. You change the oil. What if I don't do nothing to my car but put gas in it? What's going to happen to our cars over the next 20 years? You may be able to keep your car till 50 years old and it be an antique, but after 12 years, my car done went down. And I'm gonna say Maxima ain't shit. I'm gonna say these cars ain't worth nothing. But is it the car that's not worth nothing, or is the practice that we had to maintain that vehicle, which is your body? Your body is a vehicle for success, but a lot of us damage our own bodies. We will put sugar in our tanks, in our bodies, in our tank before we put sugar in the tank of the car. That shows you how mentally challenged or how mentally messed up our people are, right? We do it to our own self. We devalue our own bodies. Not following me, I tell everybody, you a god, you a queen, you my sister. I need you to be high vibrational. I need you to be loving your cells so I can love your cells. I can't love your cells if you don't love your cells. I can't, what they say, what Granny say? I can't care more about you than you care about you. A lot of y'all don't love yourselves. But we've been on this live for almost an hour. That's my soapbox. Please, if you've never been on my live, I am the Moorish chef. I have a bachelor's degree of nursing. I've been plant-based for 27 years. I understand the correlation between the hospital and foods, right? But a lot of us don't understand the correlation between the healthcare system and real health. So every Thursday, we're going to talk health versus healthcare. I'm going to try to get you to understand what real health means and how you can stay out of the healthcare system. Never saying the healthcare system doesn't have a place, but just like big pharma, big government, the healthcare system doesn't have a place in everyday people's household. If you're pregnant and you're healthy, you shouldn't be voluntarily going to the hospital to have a baby. It's certain things that we got to take back power of. We got to stop giving so much to this government, giving so much to the system, right? But how, we said a couple people in here had my book. Does anybody want to tell something they learned from my book if you got my book? Does anybody want to tell something they learned from my book? I wrote my book, so what about cancer? Yes, you can heal from cancer. And I'm saying that respectfully, because everybody can't heal, right? Everybody is not the same. That's why I do one-on-one consultations, because I give general information out to the public. But when we do one-on-one consultations, I can see what type of cancer you have. I can see what stage it's in. I can see if it's metastasized. I can see what type of cells you need, right? Or what minerals and vitamins, what herbs you need to help replenish what organ. We got to talk about what organ it is, because every organ may need different minerals and vitamins to build up that organ system. Yes, every cell has the same cellular structure, but different type of cells, whether it's subcutaneous cells, whether it's epithelial cells, whether it's muscle cells, whether it's nervous cells. Every type of cell needs a different chemical makeup or different, some cells need fat, some cells need water, some cells need whatever. But depending on what type of cell it is or what type of tissue is how you need to feed it to repair the organ or to cleanse the organ, right? We know fruits cleanse. We know good vibrational energy cleanse. But the first thing, if you want to beat anything, is to know that your body is powerful enough to do it. Your body is powerful enough to do it. Anybody who needs my book needs to sign up for a consultation or get my Seamoss. I'm putting it in the chat. All things Moorish chef. So we're coming up on an hour. It's about our time tonight. This is our Thursday class. We're doing these every Thursday because I want to start teaching our families how to stay out the hospital. I see too many of our families in the hospital, too many of our families dying in the hospital when they go in there for a random sickness or for a scheduled procedure. They don't make it out. Some of our cousins, our favorite cousins, our aunties, go into the hospital for simple procedures or to deliver babies and they don't make it out. I'm here to teach you all about cellular health. Most of us don't understand how to fund and properly fund our cellular bank accounts. That's what I teach. I go live. I do cooking classes. I got a YouTube channel, The Moorish Chef. If you need me in your community to pull up on your youth organization, if you need me in the community to come to your church, if you need me in a community to teach your football program, all you got to do is send me a message. I'd rather see you all in the community than see you in the hospital. I'm going to say that again. I'd rather see you all in the community than see you all in the hospital. That's why I'm dedicating my time every Monday and Thursday at 8:30 to educate the people. All I ask you all is to support me by showing up, by sharing my page, and by getting the manual so we can start talking and learning together. Because if I could create a change agent in you, guess what you can now be for your community? So how many people have learned something tonight on this live? When I jump on live, my goal is to inspire and educate and teach one person. My goal is to touch one life when I get online. We got about 40 people in here right now, and it's been consistently for the last hour. Has anybody on this live learned one thing tonight? That's all I want to know. Have I changed one person's perspective on how they think their body can heal itself and what they need to do to start the journey? Does anybody in here now have the confidence to know that they could get off medication? Somebody said, I learned what homeostasis is. The body's ability to change and regulate itself. Your body's self-governing mechanism, right? Yo, when I say, when you could watch, we're going to get off live after I make this point. When you could watch a woman give birth, all of us came through that birth canal, right? When you could watch a woman give birth, when you a male doula, or when you a brother who in tune, or a sister who supports sisters, and you're not actually going through the birth, that's a whole nother magical experience that I can't speak on. But I've witnessed it. I've seen the ups and the downs, but I've seen the magic. I've studied the placenta that looks like the tree of life, right? When you understand to actually just be existing in this world, you are powerful. But the world is so chaotic, it's so sped up. We're conditioned to think that as mothers, we don't have the ability to teach our children. As fathers, we don't have the time to adequately show up for our children. We got to think. We got to slow down. We got to get back to community building. That's what the Moorish Chef Cellular Health fam is about. So I love you all. We're going to get off live. I don't see any questions coming through. I don't want to just keep ranting, right? Somebody says, how do you sign up for a 101 consultation? Let's see here. You sign up in my website. I don't even know how to put a, let's see here. I'm learning YouTube and Instagram. Let's see. But on YouTube, the question was, how do you sign up for a 101 consultation? By going to my website. My website is my name, www.carlosadamsbay.com, right? www.carlosadamsbay.com. If you're on Instagram, my calendar is in my bio. If you're on Instagram, my calendar is in my bio, right? If you're on YouTube and you just want to figure out how to reach me, how do I talk to the Moorish Chef? How do I get that brother one-on-one? That brother had some powerful knowledge tonight, some powerful energy. I just need that in my life to help me change. Go to my website, put yourself on my calendar. We could be speaking as early as 9 o'clock in the morning, right? We could be speaking as early as 9 o'clock in the morning. If you want to change tomorrow, all you got to do is put yourself on my calendar when we get off this call. Right? My mama just got on this live. I don't even know why my mom is still up at 10 o'clock in the morning. But mama, we were just talking about healing ourselves. My mama was one of the ones, I was talking about you, mama, since you just got on here, about how you told me I should have surgery after my accident. How my friends told me I should have surgery after my accident. How the doctors told me after I flipped my car 6 times, I wasn't going to be able to walk again. Everybody said, go get the surgery. Go get the surgery. I said, no, I got faith in my God. I got faith in my powers. I got faith in my ability to learn what I need to learn to change my body. So I started thinking I could. The first thing is thinking, believing that change is possible, right? I love you all. I appreciate you all. And together we can go further. Love you all.